In this video, we're going to place the last of our trusses on our model house. We have all of our trusses on the house portion itself, and now we just have to put the garage trusses in place. Now for the garage trusses, because they have a break in the plane in the front of the house, we're going to start on the right-hand side from the front and work our way back to the other trusses that we put in place. Okay, so I'm going to come to my gable truss, which is a T1 GE, and I'm going to move it and select the bottom right hand corner here because that'll go right to the corner of the house, and we'll zoom in and set it right there at the corner of the house. We will slide it along the green axis here, 0.5, so a ½ inch. It sticks out over the house a ½ inch. Now if we look at the other side, it should stick over the house a ½ inch, should hang over just a little bit here. There it is, ½ inch. That looks really good. Now you can work from the front or from the back. It really doesn't matter. I'm here in the back, so I'll just work from the back. And I'm going to set these T1 trusses 24 inches on center from this side. Staying consistent with how I've been doing the rest of the model, I'm going to put a guideline in, and I'm going to go along the red axis, and I'm going to go 24 inches. That'll be the point where the center of my truss will be. Now I'll come and select my truss, select move, and then I will see. I need to get underneath it so that I can see the seat cut, or the butt cut here. It's the little vertical, quarter-inch vertical rise on the end of the bottom cord. Those butt cuts are used so that the truss has a consistent length. If you feathered them just out to nothing, they would have an inconsistent length. So I select the midpoint and then come over to the house and set that midpoint right at the intersection. Then double check. Looks like that guideline goes right through the middle, so that looks wonderful. And now I just have to, I'm already in the move command, so I'll hit Control to make an array. And I'll go to the right along the red axis, 24 inches. And I'll say times 5, I think is what I need. And now I have all of my trusses in place. Now this last truss sits exactly right on the gable, okay? So we really don't want that. However, we do have a situation over here in the front where we're going to need to have something for the plywood to sit on here as it's up against this gable. Now, some people want to just put a rafter in there, and some people want to put a truss in there. It kind of depends on what you want to do. If you have the money to buy an extra truss, that makes it really super easy, and the truss company loves it because they make more trusses and make more money. If you want to just put a rafter up there, then you have to make sure that you set it in the right place and that everything is it looks like it's half of the truss is in the other truss. I'm just going to move the truss over is what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm just going to move the truss over along the red axis, and I'm going to say 0.75. And what that's going to do is that's going to set that truss right next to it. I'm not sure if that's exactly where I want it to be or not. So I'm going to move it out even further. And then I'm going to move in. I want to select the bottom of that truss. Let's see, how am I going to do this? This is going to be kind of fun. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to move it to that intersection right there. Okay. Now I know I moved it back, so I need to overhang it off the end of the house along the green axis, 0.5. But what I've done is just to make sure that it's set up right next to the gable and not overlapping the gable. See, that looks perfect. And it's in the right direction as far as front to back. So our trusses look great. You notice that this back plane is consistent all the way through the whole house. And then the front has that break in it where the garage comes back 2 feet for the front wall here. All right, that's exactly how it's supposed to look. And now we're ready to proceed with some of the other framing that we have to do on the roof before we put the sheathing on.